Up first this evening, the Jamaica Police Federation faced yet another hurdle in its quest for a settlement from the government in an overtime wage lawsuit. Another pre-trial date is set in the Supreme Court next year, and unlike last month when officers wearing black converged in downtown Kingston, today's court proceedings were held online. Jamila Maitland has our report.
It's a disappointing Christmas for rank-and-file police officers. That's according to Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James, after a settlement was not reached during this morning's pre-trial hearing with the government in the overtime wage lawsuit. But the chairman says he's still hopeful that it could be a happy new year for officers, even as a pre-trial date has been set for April 4 or 5 next year.
There is absolutely no settlement, and we are hoping that good sense will prevail even with the window of opportunity that now creates itself, that the government will come to the realization, since it is that they are not challenging the affidavits and they are merely buying time, that good sense will prevail and that the lawmen will be properly compensated for work done.
Now, unlike the previous court proceedings, this morning's was done online. It's a stark contrast to just 2 weeks ago, where officers lined the steps of the Supreme Court demanding the money for their overtime wage.
It is clear that the government is recognizing that the membership at this time is resolute, and we will continue to be resolute. Whether or not the government seeks to divide and rule, we will not party to it. And we will not subject ourselves to be ridiculed and ostracized. No longer it is that we are going to allow ourselves to be pushed back. We are law enforcement practitioners, and as such we deserve to be respected. And we are not going to be begging for it, we are going to be demanding it.
The Police Federation in 2019 cited that the officers were working more than the 40-hour work week and should be paid overtime like other public sector workers. According to court documents, the government has agreed to pay for 3 years, that is 2018 to 2020, but the period in question dates back to 2008. The Federation chairman says this affects about 15,000 officers, including those who have died or retired.
As the chairman, I am not going to leave anyone out of the loop. So it is expected that the sum total, since the government is saying that for 3 years, it's $10 billion. You can just juxtapose with the 13 years that is outstanding.
And, pointing to the ongoing wage negotiations, the Police Federation says it will not accept any substandard package for its rank-and-file members.
We are warning the government that any attempt to impose a 4% on the salaries of the men and women of the rank-and-file cohort will be met with resistance, and we will no doubt write to the International Labour Organization, because we will not be subjecting our members to any dictatorial approach, and we will not be bamboozled. We are in it for the long haul. We are prepared to negotiate for the value of what our service is, and we are not going to relent.
Jamila Maitland, TVJ News.